All right, let's try that again. My reception is not great at my house, you guys, and my Wi-Fi is back on right now. It's kind of windy here, so we'll see. I have my adaptive. You guys are going to get to hear more about this one on Friday, I think. Hey Sandy, okay, cool, it's working. So hopefully this holds out, that my Wi-Fi stays connected, because I am the lucky one who gets to speak to you guys this week for Wellness Wednesday. And yeah, make sure you comment #replay or #live. This is going to get you entered into our monthly drawing, where we just kind of draw randomly a winner from anyone that's commented. So I'm going to jump right into it. My Wellness Wednesday this week is on rose. So as you've been seeing all week so far, we've been talking about the new products from convention, and there was an awesome announcement about rose essential oil that is now available in a 5 milliliter size. I do not have this in a 5 milliliter. I'm going to share with you all the ways that you can get the goodness of rose into your home, but I want to start out first with a little bit of history. So rose essential oil is known as the queen of oils. I have some notes here too. Hi, Holly. It was highly regarded, hey Jean, for its anti-aging, moisturizing, and regenerative properties. And so this was a very popular oil with, like, I would say the queens of their time. It was one of Cleopatra's favorite oils. She used it as a perfume even. There was a lot of Egyptian women that would use it for skincare because they were in this dry, like, desert climate, right? So it didn't, very harsh on the skin. Hey, Pam. And so they used it for that. Roman women made rose petal balms to banish wrinkles. And then it was used in medieval times to treat scarring. It's really beneficial for all types of skin, but especially mature skin. But then also historically it was used to treat inflammation, wounds, infections of the skin, and I have a story from Emily Wright that I'm going to share with you towards the end. So hang with me for about 10 more minutes and then I'll share that story with you. I want to get all the goodness of rose into today's live. Okay, so the best rose oil comes from Bulgaria. How many of you knew that? Emily shared on stage at convention that she's self-admitting that she is a rose oil snob and she will only get her rose oil from Bulgaria. It's an expensive oil, right? It takes a lot of raw materials to get a decent amount of yield of essential oil from the rose petals. And so it takes about 10,000 roses to get a 5 milliliter of rose essential oil. So it is definitely an investment oil, but I'm gonna tell you today all of the amazingness about it, and you're never gonna want to be without this oil. So because of the work that doTERRA is doing in that area of Bulgaria, I definitely wanna share a little bit about that because I feel like it's super key for those of you that are maybe thinking, well, what sets doTERRA apart from other oil companies? So about 3 years ago, so in 2015, 4 years ago, doTERRA created a distillery there in Bulgaria. And just to kind of share a little bit about the growers' history in that area, so they were previously being mistreated and taken advantage of from the brokers in that area. They were not being paid a fair wage, and so they needed a distillery in that area that they could trust. Hi, Lena. And so with simple rules, right? Like honor and respect and integrity, directness, open-mindedness, inventiveness, just caring and supporting and empathetic to the people in that area and the situations that they're in, but that they're hardworking and that they have good conversations. And so just to establish a team that can go out and work and contact these farmers was a huge part of the distillery. And so the general manager of this distillery was able to come on stage and speak with Emily Wright, and so we had a little bit of a conversation and he shared some amazing accomplishments that they've had since opening. And so 20 million 15 milliliter bottles. So this side, they've had 20 million essential oil bottles produced since 2015. They have 260 employees. They've impacted over 1,000 lives in the area. There are 33 mentorship programs, and they have 137 contracted farmers. At first, the farmers were really skeptical because they thought doTERRA was going to be like the brokers who had worked with them in the past. Some of the farmers had gone years without getting paid wages on what they produced prior. So it took a while. It took a while to build trust. It took about 1.5 years working on relationships and building trust with the farmers. But all of those principles I talked about before, the honor, the integrity, and just caring and being supportive, it paid off immediately. And so the distillery has really taken away the risk of farming because they provide the starts for the farmers. They provide a guaranteed buyer through doTERRA. They have a guaranteed price, so the farmers know exactly what they're going to get. They actually get paid on site when their materials are distilled. And doTERRA is the first to pay a bonus on quality. So prior to doTERRA, nobody ever mentioned the word quality before. It didn't even matter. And so doTERRA pays a bonus for quality. And so other farmers see that and they want to do better, and it just helps everybody overall. So really awesome stuff there. He shared a few of the awards that they have gotten, the distillery. It's the fastest growing company in the region. And they've been recognized as the best donator for Bulgarian children. And so they also distill lavender there. They have a separate still for the blue oil, yarrow. So they have yarrow there, Melissa, and they're now distilling frankincense. So very, very awesome. They're used to expanding because that's kind of doTERRA's way, where they outgrow their space rather quickly. So they're working on that second distillery. Okay, that was really important for me to share. Thank you for hanging in with me while I explain that, because I think it's important to know that doTERRA does it differently, that they paid a steep price to do things the way that they do, and they not only pursue purity in their oils and their sourcing, but in their relationships and their business practices and all of that. So, hey Jerry. So there are no shortcuts. All right, so let's get back to the benefits of rose oil. So you know that it's great for soothing skin, but it's also great for soothing emotions. They say that just 1 drop applied to the sternum on one person can affect 30 to 40 people in the room, soothing emotions. And so it helps with aspects of grief, disappointment, jealousy, resentment, anger. We're going to talk about anger issues, and can help dissolve emotional blocks that are just standing in the way of happiness. So we all go through heartache. This was really cool that Emily shared this. We all go through heartache and disappointment, and to protect ourselves, we put up walls, right? As humans, that's just kind of what we do. But that doesn't let the love in, right? In order to be able to give and receive love, we have to bring those walls down. Hi, Jamie. And so rose oil allows us to do that. You can apply it over your heart. It's the oil of self-love. And so Emily, before she goes on any stage to present or speak to a group of people, she puts rose oil over her heart so that she can not only receive the love that people are giving to her, but so she can fully give love out to others. And I just thought that was really beautiful. If you have anger issues, you can apply rose to the back of your ears. And so that just kind of becomes a self-diffuser for you, and just helps kind of, peel off that anger really nicely. You can also be a walking diffuser, so that, remember I mentioned going into a room of people, if you know you're going into a tense situation, you can be that human diffuser in the room and just put rose on you just to help everybody else. Okay, so I did some research and some digging. Some of this is from the convention notes as well, but physically, research has shown that it normalizes brain activity that stimulates. So Emily kind of shared that this is going to be super helpful for people that may have seizure issues or overstimulation of the brain or neurological system. Research has also been done on sleep. Hey, Julie. Those that inhaled just 5 drops of a 10% dilution. So this isn't even 100%, full undiluted oil. It's just 10% dilution. So that's 1 drop of rose to every 10 drops of carrier. They inhaled 5 drops of that on a cotton ball for 20 minutes before bed. And what they noticed was that people had fewer nightmares. They woke up less during the night. They got to sleep faster, and then it was easier for them to wake up in the morning. So you can use rose on yourself at night or put it in your diffuser. Rose is not only great for emotional pain, but it's good for physical pain as well. So I did a lot of looking for studies here. Really cool stuff. I encourage you guys to look on your own. But there was a 2015 study that showed that children who inhaled rose essential oil after operation reported a significant decrease in their pain levels. They think that the rose may have stimulated those feel-good endorphins, right? So that's really cool. And then a 2013 study showed that those who received an abdominal massage during their monthly cycle had less cramping than the control group. Rose oil can also decrease stress and anxiety. So we talked a little bit about the, the anger aspect and kind of grief and aspect of rose oil. But in one study, researchers applied rose oil to the skin of participants, and then they took markers for kind of like the signs and symptoms of anxiety, things that were easy to track, like blood pressure, heart rate, breathing rate, cortisol levels, and blood oxygen levels, and all of those across the board decreased. And subjects also reported feeling more relaxed after the oil treatment. Another study involving over 100 women who were giving birth reported that they had lower anxiety levels during delivery. I wish I would have known that when I was delivering my babies. But now I want to share with you the story that Emily Wright shared, and then we'll end this live. So one of the most amazing things about rose oil is its antibacterial and antiviral properties. I don't have my roller with me, but it's in the stronger blend. The kids roller blend has rose in it. And so Emily Wright shared a story of her daughter and how she used Rose Touch to support her daughter's immune system when she had gotten a resistant skin infection from an inflatable slide. The spots on her daughter's skin, they started as what looked like bug bites, but then by the end of the day, not only had they spread, but they had grown the size of a quarter. And so she knew what it was. She started her daughter on the On Guard soft gels and On Guard topically right away, but then Dr. Hill reminded her of the research on rose oil and how it's actually even more powerful than oregano and On Guard in its benefits. And so she started a routine of Rose Touch, and I'll post this also, tea tree, oregano, and arborvitae. And just to make sure her suspicions were correct, she did get a confirmed diagnosis from the doctor. And so her doctor recommended bleach baths and pharmaceuticals. And so Emily asked her daughter, she's like, what do you want to do? You have a choice. Do you want to do the bleach baths and the pharmaceuticals, or do you want to continue with the oils? And she said, Mom, I want to keep doing the oils. I get goosebumps every time I hear that. But she said within a week, her daughter's skin completely cleared up. And then her sister, Emily Wright's sister, called her because her two children that were also on the inflatable slide had the same thing. And so they went through Emily's protocol and their skin cleared up beautifully as well. Hi, Alicia and Denise. And then, as if 3 cases weren't enough, Russell Butters, our VP of sales, had a nephew with the same thing, only his was under his eye. And they were really scared that he was actually going to be in jeopardy of losing his eyesight. And so they did her protocol. They documented it. And so I'll post a picture of the timeline so you can see it. By day 10, it was completely clear. So that is why she reiterated that this is why we pursue purity in doTERRA, because we know that not only do your lives and your family's lives depend on it, but our family's lives depend on it. Like they rely on this for their health care. So really cool stuff. I hope you find a way to get rose into your home so you can get the $275 5 milliliter. That should be available October 1st, or you can do the 10 milliliter Rose Touch. And so this does come pre-diluted with carrier oil, and this is $75 for a 10 milliliter. Or you can get the Rose Lotion, which is a 3.3 ounce. This has rose oil in it, and 100% of this cost, which is $20, goes to doTERRA's Healing Hands Foundation, so they can keep doing all the incredible things around the world. So that is a donation on your part. And then there is a fourth way that you can get your hands on a little bit of rose, because it is in a lot of doTERRA's blends. So I mentioned the stronger blend, the Kids Roller, okay, that has rose in it. The Immortelle Anti-Aging Blend, so you can put that around your eyes, anywhere you have fine lines and wrinkles. It's good for scarring, it's good for wound care, even bruising. That's a really good blend for it. I have a friend, and she uses Immortelle for everything. She's like, yeah, I just put some Immortelle on it, and something else happened. Yeah, I just put some Immortelle on it. So it's like her go-to blend. What else? The Align Centering Blend from the Yoga series has rose in it, and then Console, you guys, the Console Comforting Blend has rose in it. And then it's also in the Virage Immortelle Hydrating Serum that's in the Virage Skincare line. So that just helps keep your skin smooth and gives it that youthful looking glow. And yeah, hey Melissa, that is rose for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna see if there are any questions here real quick before I sign off. Thank you guys for joining me live today. Hey Jean. All right, I don't see any questions. So that is it for this Wellness Wednesday. I will post those graphics and then the testimonial case below, so you guys can check that out. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, #replay, #live, so you can enter into our monthly drawing for our Wellness Wednesday. Thank you for joining me, and tune in next week for whoever is coming to speak and whatever they're coming to speak on. If you have suggestions for us of what you want to hear, you can drop it in the comments below. We're happy to share on whenever you would like us to. So you guys have a good week, and keep watching for all of the new product goodness coming your way through till Sunday. Watch for Monday, because we're going to do our giveaways, and I have a free gift for everybody as well. So, all right, thanks for joining me, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.